Welcome, everybody. This is Simon Gilbert with Inspired. Inspired if you're new to... I don't need to do that, do I? Because all this is to say, guys, is I'm wishing you a very happy Christmas. I'm so grateful for all the loads of messages of encouragement from people around the world who've been massively blessed over the last year through engaging with Inspired. It's been a wonderful experience for me. I've loved it. It's just brought a lot of joy. It's brought a lot of joy to me as I review what has been a really challenging year. It hasn't been a fun year for me. It's been one of the toughest of my life. Can't go into the reasons why, but family stuff can sometimes be really challenging, right? And I was preaching a few days ago at the Christians in Parliament carol service in London at the Emmanuel Centre. And I told them about a horrific incident in 1964 when a 28-year-old woman called Kitty Genovese was attacked in a residential area of New York. And she screamed for help for a full 30 minutes before succumbing to multiple stab wounds. So she died. She was murdered there. According to the New York Times, 38 people heard her cries for help. Some people even looking out the window and watching the attack take place, but none of them did anything to intervene. I guess all of them presuming that someone else would. And that was when the term bystander apathy was born from that event. And in sharing that story, I contrasted that with the fact that at Christmas, whereas with Kitty, no one came down to help. For us at Christmas, that is the message, isn't it? That Jesus did come down, that God didn't leave us in the mess. He didn't leave us in danger. He came down, he embraced humanity in a gritty, costly, messy way to bring us hope and meaning and purpose and restoration. And that is the Christmas message. So, folks, happy Christmas to you. Thanks for journeying with us. I trust the podcast has been used to bring a lot more joy and encouragement and challenge as well, and ultimately inspiration. That's why we called it Inspired. Listen, I would love it for you to help us. There's 3 ways that you could help us. The first one is that genuinely, several hundred of you have written reviews, but we've peaked so far this year at number 6 in the UK Christian podcast charts. And it's not about numbers, but I would love us just to have the maximum influence in terms of bringing joy and good news. So if genuinely the thousands of you that get this right now, if you switched off and wrote a review on Spotify or iTunes, we would go to number 1 if everyone did that. If you've been blessed this year through weekly or just the odd podcast, please could you be a blessing back to me? That'd be your Christmas gift to Simon Gilbert. I'd really appreciate it. And basically it just means the algorithm ramps things up for us to have even more of an impact. And then what is also beautiful is that people have been drawn into the work of Great Lakes Outreach, working in the hungriest and poorest country in the world. And a number of you have sown really generously into our work. And that is absolutely stunning. So what I love about every Christmas is that I am with my family and my parents, and we're stuffing our faces and we're having a good time. But I love it that I can think of through you guys and our Christmas appeal. One of the many things we've got going on is that about 5,000 people are actually having a lovely Christmas day, in that we've given over 800 of our colleagues, partner organizations we support, all their personnel, we've given them $40-ish, £30 each, so they can actually... Some of them wouldn't have the chance to eat meat. Some of them wouldn't have the chance to have a soda pop, or buy the wife a dress or something, any kind of present, because it's the poorest and hungriest country in the world. So I love it. Right now, you got 5,000 plus of my precious brothers and sisters in Burundi who are actually, beyond going to church, they're able to come home and have a celebratory meal and really enjoy themselves. If you want to be part of that, and again, if you've enjoyed and been blessed through Inspired throughout the last year, I'd love it if you wanted to give, make a contribution, to be part of our kingdom work there. And that would be greatlakesoutreach.org/Christmas. And then the last thing I'd want to plug is that many of you have already done this, have been through the year with us, but I do a daily or a weekly Choose Life. That's a daily devotional. But if you went to greatlakesoutreach.org/Choose Life, then you can sign up for my book. Instead of paying for it, you can actually just get it by email, 1 email a day, or you can get a weekly one, and there's a weekly video that comes out in the coming year. And that will hopefully lead us to making good choices all the way. And if you could gossip that as well, in terms of, inviting other friends to join us, So I'll put those in the blurb, but it's greatlakes.outreach.org/either choose life if you want to sign up for that, or pass on others to sign up, or Christmas to make a donation to it. That would be absolutely wonderful. Very, very happy Christmas to you. Next week, we've got another fantastic guest. In fact, I've recorded several weeks ahead, and there are some brilliant stories coming up. So wishing you a good end to 2023. I'm praying for a whole lot more joy-filled 2024 for myself personally, and I'll be praying that for you as the extended community as well. All right, have a good one. See you next week. Toodaloo.